Upstairs to the press box. Go ahead.
From Jody Royce, Sarasota Herald Tribune. Trevor Bayne from the Knoxville area. You noticed how big the University of Tennessee would be. Would you now be, and you've been asked already about your new celebrity status, would you be even bigger than either Philip Fulmer or Bruce Pearl or Pat Summitt at UT?
I don't know, man. That's tough to overcome right there. And then we had Peyton Manning too. I think everybody in Knoxville is Colts fans now. There's been some cool people. Kenny Chesney actually went to the same school that I went to there, so maybe I can one up him or something. I don't know. But there's been a lot of great things come out of Knoxville, so I'm always happy to go back. I go back, once every couple weeks. These guys still go back to Virginia, and I think that's what's cool is that we all, we try to remember where we came from, and I got a lot of my friends here from Knoxville, a lot of my family, and I can't wait to get back and see everybody there.
Stay upstairs again. Go ahead.
Mike Hembry, Speed.com for Eddie. Eddie, I know Leonard's been around off and on, and your dad not so much lately with some health issues. They were both with you today in Victory Lane. Can you speak to what today means to them?
Yeah, to them, I think that was, today was probably, if they were in here, they'd probably both tell you today's the biggest win of their life. The really cool thing that happened when the race was over, and I was watching Trevor do burnouts a little bit, and then I saw Richard Petty walk up, and he said, "Where's your dad?" And I said, I don't, right over here. So we went and found my dad, and Richard Petty took him into the Victory Lane, and that was pretty awesome right there. You'd have had to have been there to see it, to know what I'm talking about. But it's like I said, there's so many people involved in this. It's just incredible. And but I think they really, I think they've been, rooting for us to get going, to get back. And like I said, we went so far, so far down, and to come back. And I was going to add to what Marty said a while ago. I was telling Marty, the man responsible was Edsel Ford. He was on our box all day. He never left our side, and he went to Victory Lane with us. And that just said it all right there. That's Henry Ford's great-grandson. I get back to the Ford thing, but that's what it's all about with us. And and his three sons was there. And it's just that part of it, everything that happened today outside the race, just the people that were around us, supporting us, and just, it was just like family. And I'm just so proud of that. And for Edsel to be a part of it, my dad and Leonard to be a part of it, to be here is just you couldn't write a script. It's just the best thing's ever happened to us.
Okay, I think this could be our final question right here. This gentleman right here is going to be it. But we'll take this gentleman here, and then we'll close it out right here. Go ahead.
Trevor,
Jerry, you got one? Okay. Go ahead. We'll take three
Trevor,
more.
You told Darrell Waltrip during the pre-race, I guess there was a prayer. Was that during the pace laps when that happened? And secondly, does your willingness to defer to everybody else all week this week, does that spring from your religious convictions?
We did it right before the race started. We were sitting on pit road, and, normally I call the guys over to the car, but I just wanted everybody to be a part of it. And, definitely, I want to model myself after Jesus, and, he just he was just, the man. So, I want to follow in his footsteps and just model myself after everything that he did, which is impossible. But, it was so cool to have a team that supported that, to have these guys around, the crew chief. Donnie was a part of it. We did it yesterday before our nationwide race. And just not forget that, because that really is bigger than anything we have going on here. And, it's just, he's blessed us for sure.
Right here up front, please.
Joe Tate with shoptohelpothers.org. Congratulations to you, Trevor, and the Woods brothers. It's great to see the old wisdom and the young blood, and it's going to be great for NASCAR. My question is, as young as you are, can you remember what you were doing last year during the running of the Daytona 500?
Yeah, I was down here watching it. I mean, I've been here ever since I signed with DEI. I started coming down here and watching them and just learning and taking it in and just trying to be a part of the action. You know, I'd run to victory lane and congratulate whatever driver it was just to see what it was like to be there, you know, and now we finally get to have our own victory lane celebration. So it's crazy. I mean, and it's happened so fast. 2 years ago, I didn't have a ride. I was set out 6 months, raced one Hooters Pro Cup race that year for my dad's race team. You know, he had always brought me up through the Allison Legacy Series and go-karts, and then got me to Hooters Pro Cup, and I ran for him. And then I drove for DEI. And then at the end of my season when I was 17, we lost our funding at DEI. You know, just everybody. That was the frenzy year. So I set out for 6 months and waited on something to happen. This is 2 years ago. And I met a lady by the name of Danielle Rendell Bauer who introduced me to Gary Bechtel and his son, who then went with me to MWR, and they formed that partnership there. And, you know, so I started driving for them, and that's what gave me my spark into NASCAR here to show everybody we can do it. And then, you know, last year when we made the transition to Roush Fenway, Jack was quick to pick up on us and believe in us. And then the Wood brothers, the same thing. So it's, you know, me sitting here is just because of a lot of people that have believed in me. You know, obviously, I kind of know what I'm doing sometimes, so, you know, that's helped, but definitely just having support behind me all the time. And, you know, at that point 2 years ago, I didn't know what I would be doing, but it's happened so fast, like I was saying. I mean, I never ran late models. I ran like 10 Legends races and one Bandolero race or something, but I ran Legacy cars, Hooters Pro Cup, Camping World East, straight to Nationwide, you know, and I think it's just been really cool to see how fast it's progressed.
Final question, Jerry, go ahead.
Trevor, Jerry Jordan with the Examiner newspaper. When we were talking this morning, you really didn't have your plan set. You went and talked to the 6 crew, and when you were out on the track, at what point did it kind of all come together and you were thinking, well, if I have to switch up with the 6 to win this thing, and then you were out there by yourself?
Well, you know, really what I thought was going to happen is us finishing second or third or fourth or whatever, because I figured it'd come down to a battle between two groups, kind of like we've seen. And I didn't want to break off from him if there was another group coming, because I wanted to see a Ford win, obviously. And him being a Roush Fenway driver, I'd like to push him across instead of breaking off from him and both of us losing the race. So, you know, that was kind of my plan, was just to tag onto him, push him around. And then obviously if we broke away, you know, 15, 20 car lengths coming down the front stretch, I would have tried something. But, you know, so that was kind of my plan all along. And it just, I don't know how it worked out to where we were the lead car, but it did.
Trevor, Eddie, Lynn, congratulations. What a story today, and best of luck in 2011.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Pretty good, big fella.
Thank you, man.
You don't know he's Jack. Everybody.
Thank you. Appreciate it, guys.
Nice job, kid. Feed him on breakfast.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. You deserve it.